Good evening, coach. What do you? Any regrets tonight? I do not like the term regrets. We didn't play well. We conceded a goal, a silly goal, the first one. I think, yeah, we were playing against Liverpool. But this being said, the first half was played. We didn't really play it at the same level. We didn't really understand where the game was happening. Liverpool never defended this way before, and the pressure was on Pavard. This is maybe what the regret would be about if Pavard would have understood that earlier. Uh, to find Once we started finding Pavard a little bit, we were able to move the ball forward. We lost many possessions because we couldn't understand the physiognomy of the match, and then the second half. Uh, the match was a little bit more open. And once you give players some space to livable players, you know you will suffer. We had opportunities like them. So you were talking about things that didn't work out tonight. I've noticed that, and it's not the first time that Pierre came really low to get the ball back. There were maybe there was not a link missing between the back and the midfield. Do you think this was an aspect of the match that didn't work out properly? No, so let me explain to you. So they were playing with four defenders, two midfielders with McAllister and Traore was, and they had four players on the same line, but the two players in the middle. So there was one of the two midfielders that was opening towards Pavard. Oh, oh, we had to go back to defending with four players, but we couldn't just stop the match and reshape the whole thing. We didn't really understand that on the pitch. We kept playing in the center of the pitch, but this is not why we lost the match. This is something that got me upset a little bit because we should read the match better. We know this can change depending on how we prepare the match. Beyond the understanding of the match, didn't the team play it with restrictions, and they got scared, and some of the opportunities that didn't lead to a goal? We felt like you didn't play fully. No, even during the first half, we've had opportunities. We could have done better, of course. We didn't. And this is the hardest thing to play 10 matches like we did against Angers, for instance. But unfortunately, we were unable to do so. We were a little bit too much with our ups and downs, and we're on the bench. We don't know what to expect. This danger. It's hard to accept that. I think the attitude, the behavior of the players, the willingness to win were present in the second half. But this is not enough when you play against Liverpool. You can't just, feel like you want to win. You need to understand football. You need to not to miss your passes. McAllister didn't even miss one pass. I don't even think Liverpool missed any pass. I don't think any of these guys missed one. I mean, they are champions, but obviously, but we can do better. Saying the opponent is stronger, we knew that yesterday, but we could have done better. Then, we have another match, Bruges, I mean, Lens and then Bruges, which is another strong team with experience in the Champions League. But if we would have been told that the last match we could have played to qualify in Bruges with 9 points, I think we would have been happy last year when we were in Le Havre and qualifying for the Champions League. If we would have been told that, I think we would have been happy. You've talked about it a little bit regarding Pavard. The situations with Murillo on the left and Pavard on the right wing, on the right side, in a really offensive position. Is this something you've requested, or is this the match that has created this situation? How do you explain with players, defensive players, uh, have had more offensive position with Traore on the left and Greenwood on the right, even if he was more in the heart of the game? Isn't it surprising to see them in such offensive position, Pavard and Murillo? Pavard could have scored in the first half because at some point he was by himself against the keeper. And when you play with one defender, uh, we had Murillo and Pavard. Murillo was a little bit more forward. Pavard had Wea on the right, but since he played, he should have run behind Kerkes, and I didn't want him to chase Kerkes, and this is what happened. But Pavard, he should be offensive, and this is the problem. In the first half, we stayed this way when the game should have been wider, and Pavard should have run, and when he did, it was in front of the goal, and I think Murillo was a cross from Murillo. So next week, is it kind of a final for you, even if a draw could qualify you, Marseille? But projecting yourself a little bit, what do you think about this match? There's going to be a lot of pressure around you, and you'll be really close to qualifying. In Marseille, there's always pressure, even in the 8th of July when we start to prepare for the season is the problem of playing well, always being ready and close to being constant, as far as performance. And this is what I wish for us. Yes, it's like a final. I don't know if drawing is enough. I'm not sure. But what is sure is that we're not going there to draw. We will try and play like we did in Kuwait or like against Angers, but not like tonight or against Nantes. If we don't want pressure anyway, you don't come to Marseille. You need to go somewhere else. Have a peaceful life, and then yeah, play a sport differently. Drawing, you would need a lot of opposed results. But if you lose, you would need five result in your favor. Do you think you are in danger in the end to qualify? I don't know if 9 points is enough. I don't know if we need 10 because we will win. We will play to win anyway, and we hope that we'll play better than tonight. Bruges is not Liverpool, indeed, but this is still a team that we need to respect. That has consistently played the Champions League in the past years, and they also play to qualify. I would like to know about Agard. He was in the stand. Do you have him to play against Lens, and you have had two players arriving today. Can you tell us a little bit about those two players, those new recruits? Agad, I'm not sure. I've seen him quickly before the match. I don't know if he will be available or not on Saturday. As far as Timber and Ranieri, they are two strong players. I'm really happy to have them in the squad. They could be ready as early as Saturday. Yeah, these are two quality players for sure. Timber also has experience, and Ranieri has talent. He's a very high